Hi everybody, it's me Jill. I'm back. I wanted to just explain a little bit about what was going on with me. I know the note I left on my community page and in the comment section for a couple of the videos was a little vague. I spoke in sort of broad strokes and not really explaining a lot of what was going on with me. I think at the time I was still kind of processing everything. And part of me thinks that I was being too dramatic, and another part of me thinks I wasn't being dramatic enough. What I didn't want to do was scare anybody. I think I might have, and I apologize for that. Before I go on, let me just say that everything's fine. What I was worried about has positively resolved itself. So I just want to start by saying that so that, everyone can kind of take a deep breath. Because what I really want to tell you is how overwhelmed I am by your comments. I'm truly blown away by how much love and support you guys have sent my way. Just truly thankful and overwhelmed. So that part's important for me to just say off the bat. So now the explanation. I think I got overwhelmed. That's not hard to understand because the pandemic alone is overwhelming. Obviously, everybody handles it differently. And I think it was kind of went in stages for me, and maybe for a lot of people, but for me, it was kind of like it started off being really scary because of how much uncertainty surrounded it. I'm from the Chicagoland area, so I'm near a major city. My daughter lives in New York City, and for largely populated areas anyway, it was really scary at the beginning. This thing was coming fast and furious. It was highly contagious and much more severe than I thought it was. It felt like the fear of it overwhelming our doctors, our nurses, our hospitals, not having enough PPE, not having enough ventilators, all of that stuff we were in that first stage was just this whirlwind of, oh my God. People are dying and we don't have the equipment to help them. And it was incredibly frightening. It is frightening. And so it was this whole, like, we need to flatten the curve. If we could at least flatten the curve so that, yes, even if everybody gets this thing, at least we're not all getting it at the exact same time and unable to get the medical attention that we need. So then there was that push, and I felt like that was kind of the second phase. And then we were flattening the curve in much of the country, in much of the world. It was working and it was happening. And we were now understanding social distancing helped, masks help, washing your hands helps, all the things. We were learning kind of what to do, and people were getting on board. And the staying home phase of it, there was a little bit of a novelty maybe at first, and then that got really old really quick. People being out of work and suffering financially became sort of the new fear. Maybe that's not the right way to put it, but the new concern for sure, or at least an additional concern on top of the health concern. And it's still going on. And it's been months now. And it's at a point where I think we're all at the brink of what we can handle. And I was trying to continue, like, just going on with these videos. Not like nothing was happening, but like I felt like to me, it felt like a little bit of like normalcy amidst the chaos that was happening in the world. And so if I could just keep this one thing normal that would feel normal to me and that might feel normal to you guys, I thought it was like just a good thing to do. Again, I don't kid myself into thinking it's, important work. I'm recapping dumb TV shows, but at least it was something to give our minds a break from everything heavy. And a lot of you guys have told me you weren't feeling good and the video came on and you had a laugh. And maybe that was the only laugh you had that day. And it just, oh my God, made me feel great. It just felt good to be helping somebody else in just some small way. felt good. And I wanted to keep doing it. And then my country witnessed the killing of George Floyd. We all saw it. We watched it happen for 8-9 minutes. It was horrific and it was disheartening. I just felt like I don't know how to laugh right now. You know, like, just how am I supposed to care enough? I don't know. I don't want to get into it too much right now in this video, other than to say Black Lives Matter. All Black Lives Matter. I don't think that can be said enough. I don't even know that I can do enough. There are organizations that you can donate to if that is what you would like to do. There are books that you can read to inform yourself. These are things I'm doing. I don't quite know that it's enough, but it's a start. I'm learning. I understand it is not enough to not be racist, that we all need to be anti-racist. I understand. Anyway, on top of already feeling that you know, like your cup is full with the pandemic and the economy, and with the fears of that, and with the tension of that and the stress of that, and then this blatant disregard for human life felt almost impossible to take on additionally. And in the midst of that, my mom tested positive for COVID-19. Just a little bit of a background is that my mom is 97 years old. She is in an assisted living facility. My siblings and I already had a lot of concern about mom being vulnerable during this pandemic. We were getting frequent updates. Her facility remained COVID-free for quite a while. But it wasn't long after they had the first couple of cases that we had my mom tested. And let me just say, mom had no symptoms. It was just a precautionary thing. And when the results came back positive, I think we were just all in shock. And, you know, I don't have to explain to you how fearful we were because of her age, and I just didn't even see how it seemed nearly impossible to me that there would be a positive outcome. And so that's kind of where I was when I wrote that message to everyone on my community tab. I just didn't, I just couldn't, you know. The most unbelievable and joyful news that I have to tell you is that my mom remained asymptomatic. They took her to another facility that had a COVID wing specifically to handle COVID positive patients. So she was transported to another place. Mom has some memory issues, and we weren't sure entirely if she would understand what was happening, but she did very well. After 14 days, when she remained asymptomatic, 97 years old, I mean, how is that even possible? But she got through it just fine, and she's back home. She's comfortable. She's happy to be back in her place and with her room and her chair and, you know, all that. And yeah, I just, it's kind of crazy. But I know you guys were really very worried for me. I didn't mean to be mysterious about it or anything. I hope you can understand that I'm kind of private. I obviously at the time didn't know how this was going to turn out, and you know. Anyway, I just thank you from the bottom of my heart for the way you all came to support me with your comments and your messages, and overwhelmed seems to be the word of the day for me, but I was overwhelmed with love and support from you guys, and I give it back to you. I'm so just happy tears right now, guys. I just never expected it. And that is not to say that I don't think you guys are an amazing group of people, because I absolutely do. On YouTube, you can find the worst dregs of society ever. Believe me. And I've had some people come at me, but I have always thought that, like, in my little corner of YouTube, that we always kept things pretty nice and cordial and kind. But this was amazing, and you guys are amazing. Your support of me personally, your support of Black Lives Matter, your support of our community of people here is just truly amazing. I'm truly thankful and I'm grateful for every one of you. And yeah, this probably went longer than I meant for it to be, but I love you guys. Thank you for your support. I will just try to continue to do a good job for you and to entertain you. And yes, I will try to make you laugh again, because we all need that. And maybe now more than ever. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.